Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 23rd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning earlier than I wanted to, but it wasn't horrible. It was just kind of, it is what it is. Cosmo has to get up early. It's annoying. He's getting a little bit later. It's like every day he stays asleep like 15 minutes later, but it doesn't add to a lot in the long run. But got up, got the dogs out, got them back in, got the dog that can't be around the dogs out, got him out, got them all back in. Once my wife got up, got them all fed, I could keep them separated out and stuff, and they could make a little more noise when they're eating sometimes and whatnot, so I can separate them out in different rooms. So that's how I usually end up doing it. So, but yeah, it worked out fine there. Got that done. Hanging around the morning, just kind of chilling out, a few different things going on, nothing too major. Went ahead and got my run in, just getting it over with, getting that done before the day gets too damn hot. And then the day was just hanging out with the dogs. It really was not much going on. Wife's doing laundry here and there, moving a couple loads over for her and whatnot to the dryer, just kind of getting stuff accomplished, general day stuff. She went and checked on her dad. She had to do all his medication and stuff. She refills it once a week for him, and he's not feeling great, so on and so forth. Had a friend of his come down, which I don't know, it is what it is there. So he hung out for a while, and I guess everything was pretty smooth. He headed back home. We went ahead and just kind of hanging out for the evening. Midday, it turned into it was rainy off and on throughout the day. It wasn't too bad, but it got bad. It got turned dark, crazy storms, insane thunder. It was real bad. And a couple of the dogs here aren't real good with thunder and lightning and all that good stuff. Luckily, Cosmo had already went home. He went home about 11 this morning. So usually he's pretty freaked out by thunder also, so he wasn't here. But the big giant Newfoundland I have is absolutely terrified of storms. So it was a lot of stress on him. But we made it through. We all came inside, turned on the TV, turned the volume a little bit to kind of try and drown out the outside storms. And it was just, we would have stuff that was just so loud. Lightning would hit and a long time passed, and then the house would just shake from the thunder. It was scary, real bad. I understand why the dogs are freaked out by it, because it was nerve-wracking on many levels. So but yeah, overall, made it through that finally. And then I think that getting dark threw off my circadian rhythm a lot, because I was just I'm exhausted. I feel super tired right now. It's crazy. But went ahead, got a couple of things done. Sun came back out. It was cooled off a little bit, but it was just so damn humid. Holy crap, it was so humid. Ended up back outside with the dogs, rotating them out if the dog doesn't get along with their dogs, and kind of keeping an eye on that and the thing and whatnot, hanging out there. I ended up having a nice little dinner, knocked that out. After dinner, got a couple of things accomplished, nothing too major. Went ahead and headed back out with the dogs again. I was hanging out there for a little bit, and it was that time of night where my mom had reached out and asked if I'd be able to take her to the airport. I think on the 10th is when she's flying home. So they booked the flight, got the ticket bought, all that good fun stuff, and basically everything was good there. And they were finishing up some other stuff with it, and my wife was not feeling good throughout the day. She was kind of feeling off. She wasn't feeling great, just tired and exhausted, I think, is a lot of it. But she was just getting annoyed by just life. Just life was getting annoyed with her. So she was kind of over all of it, and she decided to lay down. Didn't say she's laying down, but she laid down, which normally a lot of times she'll take a nap in the evening, and then just a couple hours. Sometimes she'll tell me, sometimes she won't. But it was, I don't know, she said she laid down about 20 minutes. Phone rings, and her dad's feeling like crap and wants to go to the hospital. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. So I told her, I said, hey, do you want me to go? I can set the dogs up. They're fine here with you. I'm not, I'm going to separate them out, these and blah, blah, whatever, because they get to playing a little bit rough, and I don't want her to mess with it. So she goes, no, I'll take him. I said, do you need me to at least go help get him in the car? She goes, no, I got it covered. So she got it all covered up, went and got him to the hospital. They started checking on his vitals and did an EKG and stuff, and his potassium's way off. And of course, they give him IV fluids. And one of the big things with this man is, I've known him for, 8+ years now. I legitimately have never seen him drink a drink of water ever in my life. I've seen him drink soda, and I've seen him drink flavored, bubbly, sparkly water crap. different ones and stuff, and that's it. And I don't even see him drinking much of that. He drinks a lot of like cream sodas, root beers, Coca-Cola, that kind of stuff, and some bubbly water, which is just clear soda is all it is. And even then, he doesn't drink very much. So he's constantly on a dehydration kick. He's getting kidney stones a lot. He's often getting urinary tract infections and just dehydration. So it seems like about every time they take him to the hospital, they check him in. They basically pump him full of IV fluids and whatnot, and he eats like crap too. They give him a bunch of IV fluids and they send him home. But it's hours and hours later. So she was there with him, and it was getting late, and I was like, well, about time to kind of wrap it up for the night, kind of bring the dogs in and kind of start winding down the household. And I reached out to her. I said, hey, do you want to trade places? Do you want to come home and I'll go wait for him, kind of thing? We can just whatever. And she goes, no, I'll stay here. So luckily I had given her a charger for her phone, so she had an extra little accessory battery pack, so I didn't worry about her running out of power kind of thing or nothing. So she had that, and it was, I don't know, 1:30 or some crap when she finally got heading home. And I told her, I said, hey, the dogs are kind of down. I put normally the dog would have full run of the house that doesn't get along with their dogs, and their dogs are in the bedroom with me, but because I didn't want him barking out the window and rounding up everything and causing issues, I left him in the office. Has a memory foam mattress there for him and everything else. It's well set up for dogs, but left him in there, had the dogs in the bedroom. And I said, when you're heading home, make sure you reach out to me, make sure I respond, because I want to make sure in case I was to fall asleep, I wanted to, make sure I was awake to help deal with the dogs. I forgot to put them in the backyard, get her inside, so on and so forth, all that kind of stuff, so I can rotate and the dogs aren't barking and stirring up the whole household. So she texted me and said she just turned on the pine tree, which, and it's like a mile from our house. So I said, cool, I'm gonna go open the garage for you so you can come there, which is a quieter way to get in the house. Let's like I stir the dogs up. And she got her dad into the house. I looked out and he just got a car and walking like nothing happened to him. Like, what the hell? And she was really annoyed by this fact, because this happens often, and it's Sunday night, she's got to work in the morning. It's just ruined so much. Like I said, she was already trying to go to bed, and now she's there at the hospital for hours and hours and hours, getting home way late. Like, she's never up at 1:30. It's never a thing. So she got home, she got a shower, because after in the hospital, God knows what germs and shit on you. So she got showered, cleaned up, and then came to bed. And then of course her mind's racing and stuff and everything else going on. So she has a hard time getting to sleep. I was able to get her in without the dogs barking at her, which I was really impressed with. I didn't know if that was going to happen or not, but I was able to basically stand there at the door for her and whatnot. The dogs weren't. Normally they'll bark. Even when she comes home from work, they'll bark at her, kind of thing. So that worked out well. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been, because the dogs I've got now are pretty high energy, big, powerful, dumb dogs that get riled up on things. They just had a super stressful day with the storms coming through. It added a lot of tension in the house that really sucks. So luckily it all went down fairly smoothly. I mean, as smooth as you can get. She got home though, and it's all figured out. She got to bed, and it was just a long ass day. It's amazing how something so stupid as this really sucks. So she said she talked to her dad. She's like, hey, you gotta start drinking water. Like, I don't care. You don't like the flavor of it. You don't like, oh, water don't taste good. It is, water don't taste. You're 80 fucking years old, whatever, and you don't drink water your whole life. Start drinking water. And she goes, because if not, we're gonna have to look at putting you in assisted living again, because I can't keep doing this shit. Also, it's annoying that most of the time I think he felt this same crappiness all day, but he waited until late at night to go to the hospital, because he decided, well, now I'm going to go ahead and go. Well, it's stupid. If you're going to go to the hospital, first off, go see your doctor, tell him you're doing bad, blah, 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 whatever. But it is what it is. But also, the thing is, when you go late at night, it screws up our whole life. Like, it really screws up stuff. So she was super annoyed with him with that whole scenario, and it's just a bunch of stuff. And then you add to the fact she didn't feel good, makes it that much worse, and it's a real pain in the ass. And I'm wondering if, because his weed card was not renewed somehow they screwed the paperwork, so it was showing up in the system it wasn't renewed, and he didn't get his weed from them. I'm wondering if his friend didn't bring him down some shit, and then he smoked out whatever, and God knows how much and what they took and whatever. So because he tends to often over partake in medication, as you call it. So yeah, I'm wondering if that ain't part of it. But yeah, he needs to drink water. We're gonna, part of my thought is just stop buying him soda. Like, he doesn't have a license. He has a license. I think he don't want to drive a car, I don't have a car, so he can't go get it himself. So If he doesn't start drinking water, then he doesn't get any soda. So, and it's not that hard. Really just, I mean, hell, even if you were just to chug an 8-ounce glass of water every time you go to the fridge and get a bottle of soda, just chug a bottle of water. It's not that hard. It won't kill yourself. It'll help flush your system out, help make you healthy, and your whole life be better. But he don't listen. So, hey, what do you do? But it is what it is. So, yeah, it was a long, stressful day between storms and her at the ER. Absolutely sucked. I kept hoping they were just going to check him in so she'd come home, but they didn't. She had to stay and bring him back home. Actually, I said, so what would have happened if you would have dropped him off there and came home, and then they would have called him when he was released, and then go pick him up? She goes, well, I would have had to go back and get him. I'm like, yes, but you would have been home for all those hours that you sat there. And she goes, yeah, I would have been, but I had to go back and get him. I said, well, worst case scenario, I could have went and got him. But the big thing is she wouldn't be able to be there to talk to the doctors. And like, they asked him about kidney stones. He goes, no, I haven't had kidney stones in a year. She goes, you just had kidney stones a few months ago. They had to do radiation on it, and like they basically did like a procedure to break them up so you could pass them. Like, you're not hearing attention. Like, you don't know what the hell's going on in your own life. So there's a lot of that problem we got to deal with. But that's our fun day. So that's all I got for now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.